So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose of this lecture series is that you get to develop a habit of daily practicing MCQs from current affairs. Why only current affairs? Because current affairs form a very important portion of your prelims examination. Around 40 to 50% of the MCQs asked are from current affairs directly or indirectly. Therefore, you need to develop this daily habit of practicing MCQs. And 4 to 5 MCQs, though might look a little bit of effort, though might look very little effort, but these 4 to 5 MCQs covered on a daily basis add up to more than 1200 MCQs from the topic of current affairs alone. So you wouldn't have to worry about your current affairs portion while appearing for your prelims examination, and that is good 40 to 50% chunk of your paper. So make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. Now let's start today's discussion with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding UNESCO's Memory of the World Register. It is an international initiative launched in 1992 to preserve humanity's documentary heritage. So far, from India, there are 14 entries in this register. Bhagavad Gita and Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra are the latest entrants to this list. Okay. So UNESCO's Memory of the World Register is basically a register that lists down the important documents of humanity's past. Okay. All the important documents, like important from a civilizational perspective. Right? So Bible is in there, Quran is in there, then Roman literature, Greek literature, all these things are in this UNESCO's Memory of World Register. The purpose of including them in this register is to preserve them, protect them. Okay, because these are our civilizational heritage. The entire humanity's civilizational heritage. Okay, so this international initiative was launched in 1992 by UNESCO. This part is correct. Now, from India, there are 14 entries in this register. That includes India's Ramcharitmanas and many other entries. Okay. Recently, Bhagavad Gita and Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra. Basically, Natya Shastra is all about performative arts, the science behind performative arts, theory of performative arts. Okay. Both of them have been included in this list. Basically, telling us that India's rich cultural heritage is actually very rich. Okay, this is the proof that our rich civilizational heritage, India's rich civilizational heritage, is immense. Right? So, third statement is also correct. All three statements are correct. The answer is C. Question number 2. Which of the following statements are correct regarding World Heritage Day? It is celebrated every year on 18th April, with this year's theme being Heritage Under Threat from Disasters and Conflicts. World Heritage Sites are declared as per World Heritage Convention of 1972. India has 43 World Heritage Sites, of which 32 are cultural, 11 are natural. Okay. So World Heritage Day is celebrated every year on 18th April to basically commemorate the endeavor of protecting World Heritage Sites. Okay. Now these World Heritage Sites are declared as per World Heritage Convention of 1972. So second statement is correct. Now this year in 2025, 18th April, well, like every year, is World Heritage Day, but this year's World Heritage Day's theme was Heritage Under Threat. It is under threat from disasters, natural as well as man-made, and conflicts, wars and all that. Okay, so first statement is also correct. Now from India, there are 43 sites that have been included in this World Heritage list. Okay, now the sites included in World Heritage list are categorized into 3 categories. There are cultural sites, which includes the likes of Taj Mahal, Ajanta Ellora caves, Agra Fort, Delhi Fort, right? Then there are natural sites, okay, which are works of nature. Human beings have no contribution to that. Okay, for example, Western Ghats, Sundarbans. And then there are mixed, which have inputs from humans as well as nature. Okay, so all sites included in World Heritage lists are categorized into these 3 categories. Now from India, there are 43 World Heritage sites. 35 of them are cultural, like Agra Fort, Taj Mahal, Ajanta Ellora caves, right? 7 of them are natural, okay? And 1 is mixed. The mixed one is Kanchenjunga National Park. Kanchenjunga National Park. Because it's a national park, so humans have also, well, basically contributed something, and it involves nature also. So it's a mixed site. So this is the breakup of 43 World Heritage Sites from India. It's not 32 cultural, 11 are natural. No, that is not the case. So this is false, right? And the answer is 1 and 2 only. A. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding flue gas desulfurization. A process through which flue gas is basically met with an absorbent to remove sulfur oxides from it. In India, it is mandatory for all coal-fired power plants to have flue gas desulfurization installations. Domestically produced coal is known to have high sulfur content than imported coal. FGD installation not only prevents air pollution but also helps in freshwater conservation. Okay. So the thing is, first of all, you need to know what is flue gas. You know, there are many industries and these industries have chimneys. And you can see a puff of smoke coming out of those chimneys, right? These industries can be iron and steel industries. These industries can be thermal power plants where coal is burned to produce electricity, right? Now, this puff of smoke is known as flue gas. And this flue gas, especially the gas emitted after burning of coal, contains lot of pollutants. First of all, it contains ash, then it contains nitrous oxides, then it contains sulfur oxides, then it contains greenhouse gases. So it not only causes global warming, it also causes air pollution. All 3 of them cause air pollution, right? Now, one way of preventing air pollution through this flue gas is that if you fit your chimneys with flue gas desulfurization units, then these flue gas desulfurization installations actually absorb all sulfur oxides. Okay, these sulfur oxides do not get emitted in the air. Now, FGD is a process through which flue gas is basically met with an absorbent. That absorbent is generally limestone slurry. So it is passed through limestone slurry and sulfur oxides get absorbed into it. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, in 2015, Environment Ministry made it mandatory for all coal-powered power plants to have these installations. Okay, so it was mandatory for all coal-fired power plants to have these installations. This part is also correct. Now the thing is, the reason why sulfur oxides are released after burning coal is because coal also contains some amount of sulfur. That is why when you burn coal, sulfur oxides are released. Now it is generally said that coal found in India has very low sulfur content, whereas coal imported from abroad, okay, imported coal has high sulfur. Indian coal has low sulfur, right? So domestically produced coal is known to have high sulfur, no low sulfur. Indian coal has very low sulfur content. Okay, so this statement is false. Now, flue gas desulfurization is a very good thing if you really want to prevent air pollution, at least sulfur and its oxides pollution. Because sulfur oxides, especially sulfur dioxide and trioxide, well, they get absorbed in water vapor, and if there is rain in that area, it causes acid rain also. Okay, that is the danger of sulfur oxides. So it is good. But flue gas desulfurization units consume a lot of fresh water. Therefore, any power plants that have FGD units, they consume a lot of fresh water. Okay, that leads to a lot of usage of fresh water. So FGD installations not only prevents air pollution, it also helps in freshwater conservation. No wastage of freshwater conservation. So this statement is false. 1 and 2 only are correct. The answer is A. And last question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding primary healthcare? Majority of out-of-pocket expenditure in India is done on private healthcare. India's total healthcare expenditure is 3.83% of GDP, of which majority share is that of government. India's primary healthcare infrastructure includes Ayushman Arogya Mandirs. Okay. So the thing is, healthcare in India and elsewhere in the world also can be divided into 3 tiers. The lower tier, also known as tier 1, is primary healthcare. The upper tier is known as secondary healthcare. And world-class multi-speciality, super speciality hospitals come in tier 3, known as tertiary healthcare. Primary healthcare centers are these centers with basic health facilities, BP checkup, medicines for some antibiotics, medicines for fever and all that, with one doctor and 2 support staff. These primary healthcare centers provide basic consultation with normal diseases. Okay. Now, these are found in many rural areas, urban areas. Now, if your symptoms are a little advanced, then you need some tests. Okay. Then you're referred to secondary healthcare institutions which have some diagnostic machines like X-ray machine and many other machines that are a little expensive. And if your disease is a little complicated and you require expert machines, expert doctors to operate on you, you require surgery and all, then you're referred to big tertiary hospitals. This is how your healthcare system is divided. Now in India, majority of healthcare expenditure is from people's pockets. Okay. In most of the countries, well, health insurance schemes, government insurance schemes takes care of healthcare expenditure. But in India, well, a lot of expenditure is done from people's pockets. So in India, out-of-pocket expenditure is high. And majority of that out-of-pocket expenditure goes to private healthcare. Because people, generally, if people can afford private healthcare, they go for private healthcare. People don't trust government hospitals. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, as far as total expenditure on health is concerned in India, that is 3.83% of GDP, which is very low. Okay, in developed countries, it's around 9% or 10%, Europe and North America. Okay, and within this 3.83%, dominant share is that of private healthcare again. So this statement is false because the dominant share is not that of government. Government share is just 48%. 52% share is that of private healthcare. Now, in India, primary healthcare centers are also known as Ayushman Arogya Mandirs as per Ayushman Bharat scheme. So this part is correct. 1 and 3 are correct. The answer is C. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'm sure it has added value to your preparation. But it would add more value if you revise this lecture as well. And by revision, I mean spending another 5 to 10 minutes taking a look at written detailed solutions to each and every MCQ discussed above. Now, these solutions are found in our notes, and these notes are shared on our Telegram platform. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below this video. You just have to click on that link. That's all. Okay? And on that note, I'll be signing off with the promise of seeing you again with another set of MCQs. Thank you, everyone.